Welcome to St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. This college is affiliated to Maharshi Dayanand University, Rohtak and approved by All India Council for Technical Education. This video lecture is a part of series developed for online classes. Hello everyone, my name is Ashish Tripathi and I am working as an assistant professor at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management since 2015. My areas of interest are data analysis and data visualization, which are recommended to be a data scientist. Welcome to Object Technologies and Programming using Java. In this video of Unit 4, we will study about the character and the string class in Java. String and character. Strings, which are widely used in Java programming, are a sequence of characters. In Java programming language, strings are treated as objects. The Java platform provides the string class to create and manipulate the strings. The string class is immutable, so that once it is created, a string object cannot be changed. A string may include letters, digits, and various special characters such as the plus, multiply, divide, and the dollar sign. A string is an object of the class string. They are written inside the double quotation marks. A string may be assigned to a string reference. For example, string color equals green. This statement initializes the string reference color to a color green. A string is a class in Java. All strings are instances of the string class in Java. The string provides the methods to access the data within it. Once created, a string cannot be modified as they are immutable. Each manipulation on the string data returns a new string reference. Here is a list of some string methods. The first method is a char at method. This method is given an index value and it will return the character at that index. For example, you have the hello.char at 0. So at the 0th position there is the character h. Compare to. The compare to method takes the string as an argument and then it compares with the calling string. If both of the strings are equal, then it will return the integer 1. If the first string is greater than the second string, then it will return the positive value or other than the 1, and if the second string is greater than the first string, then it will return the negative value. The next method is concat. Concat method takes the string and then join it with the calling string. For example, hello.concat world will return the hello world as the string. Next method is ends with. It takes a suffix string as an argument and check whether the calling string ends with the same suffix string or not. For example, hello.ends with lo will return the true value because hello ends with the lo. The next method is equals method. The equals method take an object or a string as an argument and compare with the calling string. If both of the strings have the same object reference, then it returns true. Hence, it lexicographically compares the two string objects. Next method is index of. It takes the character as an argument and it returns the index of that character. For example, hello.index of h will return 0 because h is in the 0th index. The next is also an index of method which takes the string as an argument and it will return the first occurrence of that string. Last index of method also takes a string as an argument, and it returns the index of the string matched from the right hand side. That is, this is a book dot last index of is will return 5 because the second is position is 5. Length method, it finds the length of the string, that is the number of characters in the string. So hello.length will return 5. Next method is replace. It takes two arguments, where the first argument is the old character which is to be replaced, and the second argument is the new character which is the replacing character. So in the string hill dot replace h comma w, the h character will be replaced by w and it will become will. Next method is starts with. It takes a prefix as a string argument and check whether the calling string begins with that prefix string or not. If it will, then it returns the true value, otherwise it returns the false value. To lowercase. The to lowercase method will convert the string into a lowercase value. So capital case of India will return the small case of India. Similarly, the to uppercase method will convert the string into the uppercase value. The last method is substring method. The substring method takes two arguments. One is the begin index and the other is the ending index. It extracts the string from the begin index to the ending index. For example, welcome dot substring 2, 4 will extract the string beginning from the second index to the fourth index. Hence, LCO will be returned. The string buffer class. The string buffer class is used to create mutable strings. If there is a necessity to make a lot of modifications to the string of characters, then string buffer and string builder classes are used. The string buffer class enables to create the string object which can be modified without creating the new reference of it. The string builder class was introduced as of Java 5, and the main difference between the string buffer and the string builder is that the string builder methods are not thread safe. That means they are not synchronized. It is recommended to use the string builder whenever possible because it is faster than the string buffer class. A string buffer is like a string but can be modified. It contains the particular sequence of characters, but the length and the content of the sequence can be changed through method calls. These methods are safe for multi-threading. Here is a list of the string buffer method. The first method is append. It is used to insert the X to the end of the string buffer object. For example, we have created an object SB of the string buffer class and provided a string that is hello. Next, we have appended the world as the string buffer. That means hello world will become the new string. The above statement create an object SB of the string buffer class and initialize it with the hello string. Next statement adds world to this object, hence SB value becomes hello world. Next method is insert. Here X is inserted at the particular position I in the string. So we have again created a SB which contains the multi-software as the value in the first statement. In the second statement, media is inserted at the fifth position starting from the 0, and now SB holds multimedia software as its value. Third method is delete I, j. This removes the character from the ith position till the j-1th position in the string buffer. So if we have called the function sb.delete 0, 3, which is having a value university, then the above statement deletes the 3 characters from the beginning to the second index, that is U and I, and the resultant string will be varsity. Fourth method is reverse. This reverses the character sequence in the string buffer. Hence, XYZ becomes ZYX. The fifth method is the length. This returns the number of characters in the string buffer object. The sixth method is index of. It returns the index location of the first occurrence of the str in the string buffer object. The seventh method is last index of. It returns the last index location of the str in the string buffer object from the right hand side. The last method is substring I, j. It returns the characters starting from the ith position to j-1 position from the string buffer object. Hence, in this example, if we have a SB object having a value multi software and we have a substring 0, 5, then it will extract the multi from the object. Here is a difference between the string class and the string buffer class. The objects are immutable, so they cannot be changed in the string class. The objects are mutable, so they can be modified in the string buffer class. Direct data manipulation methods are not available in the string class, whereas direct data manipulation methods are available in the string buffer class. A string class is slow and consumes more memory on concatenation as new strings are created having a new reference, whereas a string buffer class is fast and consumes less memory on concatenation of 2 or more strings. A string class overrides the equals method of the object class so that direct comparison of the two string object can be done. A string buffer class doesn't override the equals method of the object class. Methods like insert, delete, and reverse are not available in the string class. Methods like insert, delete, reverse are available in string buffer class. You have an example for the string class. We have begin with the string, then name is the object of the string class, then it is assigned the new keyword and the value Ashish. In the string buffer class, we have the string buffer as the name of the class and it also has the same value. Value of method. The value of method converts the data from its internal format into human readable format. It is a static method that is overloaded within the string class for all of the Java's built-in data type, so that each type can be converted into a string. Value of is called when a string representation of some other type of data is needed. This method can be called directly with any data type and reasonable string representation is returned, because any object passed to the value of method will result to call the object's toString method. So here are some of the examples, like value of boolean will return the string representation of the boolean argument. Value of a char will return the string representation of a character argument. Value of a character array will return the string representation of the character array argument. Value of the character array having the offset and the count will return the string representation of the specific sub-array of the character array argument. The value of a double argument will return the string representation of the double argument. The value of a float will return the string representation of the float argument, and the value of the int will return the string representation of the integer argument. Some of the questions on the today's session are: You have to write about the string class and some of its methods. Differentiate between the string class and the string buffer class. Write about the string buffer class and some of its methods. Thanks for watching this video. With this we come to the end of this course. In this video you have learned about the string class and the string buffer class. You have also gone through some of the methods which are used for creating the string object and the string buffer object. A string is an immutable class and the string buffer class is a mutable class. With this we come to the end of this course. Thanks for watching the video.